Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 25 updates and spoilers. Hope you're all having a fantastic Saturday today. Our house guest of the day is Ed Matute. Ed, thank you so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests today, like Ed, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla. And before we get going, I also want to thank, excuse me, I want to thank coughing. Now, I want to thank yesterday's super chatters because that's another fantastic way to support our channel. So Jody Cortez, Mark Pirjallo, Alyssa Calloway, Wendy Will, Connor Benson, Natalie K, Benjamin, True Teddy, Anita Nestler, and Dawn MH302. Thank you so much. Dawn, we didn't get you in time yesterday, but thank you to Dawn, and thank you all of you again for your super chats. All right. I'm not going to lie. Today's show is not super long because this house is dead. We are in the last 2 weeks of this season, so there's not a ton going on, but we do have some stuff to talk about for sure. So let's get into it. When we left off yesterday, the feeds were down for the nomination ceremony. And going into this, Matt was very set on his nominations. I mean, he was already saying on Thursday night what he was going to do. So this was not like some flip-flop back and forth situation. He had told Cirie and Felicia ahead of time that they will be going up on the block. But the explanations to each of them were a little bit different, right? Matt is telling Cirie, you're just a pawn. Felicia's my target, which is true. That is what Matt wants. Matt wants Felicia out this week. However, we have heard Jag and Bowie chatting about how they would prefer to see Cirie leave this week because they feel like Cirie is a better gamer. She's got better relationships with people in the jury house for sure. They figure that Cirie is way more likely to get jury votes than Felicia if she makes it to the end. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense to take out Cirie for sure. But they don't want to push this with Matt until after the power of veto competition, right? They want to see who wins that veto first before they really start pushing for this. And they know that Matt would prefer to see Cirie stay, but they're hoping that they can turn that around. So Matt is also telling Cirie that if he has the chance, he's going to make a backdoor type move on Jag. He's really trying to make it seem like he is up for that. Don't get your hopes up. He shared all of the deets of this conversation with Jag and Bowie later. He's not planning on making any big moves this week. All right. Cirie is not pleased with Matt because he had just told her on Sunday night. We saw it at the end of Thursday, or did I say Sunday? On Thursday night. We saw it on Thursday's episode at the very end, hours before Matt won HOH, that he would never put her up on the block. So now he finally has HOH and he's telling her he's putting her up. Yikes. Yeah, Cirie was trying to push for Bowie to go up on the block. And she was telling Matt, we would have the votes to protect her, right? If we're serious about this Final Four, then we need to take turns going up on the block. Bowie has never been nominated. We will keep her safe. Matt wasn't going for that. He wasn't biting. Ooh. All right. So then when we look at Felicia, she is also displeased that she's going up on the block again, right? This is like her 7th time, maybe? I don't know. It's been a lot. But she expected it this time. She knew it was coming. And Matt told her she's just a pawn. That is a lie. He told her that Bowie is the real target and he is leaving Bowie off the block so that she won't fight as hard in the POV competition. That's a lie and a lie. He's not going for Bowie this week. Yeah. In other news, the whole house cannot stop talking about Riley again because she wrote Matt's HOH letter. She let him know that she has romantic feelings for him. And Matt also received a picture of his mom with Riley. The two of them have met. Matt is like, oh my God, this is for real. He was kind of freaking out a little bit because he didn't think that this was going to happen. And then he was like talking about other girls throughout the season and like what kind of girls he wants to date. And it wasn't Riley. But anyway, now he's all about Riley again. He's obsessed again. It's a lot. Okay, so They have the nomination ceremony, and as planned, Matt put Cirie and Felicia up on the block. So everybody knew this was coming. After nominations, everyone's playing pool together, whatever. They made a charcuterie board with cold cuts, cheeses, crackers, dips, riveting feeds in the final 2 weeks of a 100-day season, right? We're hanging in there. But also, Bowie cleaned up America's shrine that she had set up for Corey in the scramble bedroom. And Matt was like being a jerk about it. He was like, oh, I'm so disappointed because I wanted to be a part of taking that apart. He is so like weirdly jealous of the Corey and America showmance. He rebuilt his shrine for Riley, that like Q-tip heart, and he put his ring in the middle. And he's been going on and on about how if Riley was still here, him and Riley would have been like the featured showmance this season. I'm sorry, but Corey and America are like in love with each other. And then Matt is saying that him and Riley, who have known each other for like 14 days, are like better. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. It feels really weird. And I don't know why these showmances are so freaking competitive with each other. It's very bizarre. But anyway, yeah. In other news, Matt, Jag, and Bowie have they finally named their final 3 alliance, and they're calling themselves the Mafia. How original. I'm sorry, but like, I feel like we've already seen the Mafia thing multiple times on this show. Also, it doesn't like fit them. I don't know why they would call themselves the Mafia, but these 3 have been spending lots of time together. They are making no more attempts to hide how close they are. They're talking about how great they are, how the viewers must love them. They're talking crap about everybody else. But within that 3, Jag and Bowie are getting much closer. Matt really needs to watch out. Jag and Bowie definitely want Cirie out this week, and they're feeling pretty confident that they're going to be able to convince Matt to get on board with Cirie leaving as long as she does not win the power veto this week. And they think that Matt may even come to that conclusion himself after the veto's over. They think he's going to realize, oh, you know what? I think Cirie should probably go. I don't know about that. Matt does not want to give up Cirie because Matt figures if Cirie has to make a decision at any point about who should be leaving, she's not going to get rid of him. She's going to get rid of Jag or Bowie. So Matt does not want Cirie to go. But Jag and Bowie are figuring, you know what? Even though Felicia has won a competition and Cirie hasn't, they feel like Cirie is a better competitor, right? They feel like she's thrown a bunch of the competitions that she's been in. And I mean, the competition that Felicia won was basically a crapshoot, right? And they feel like Cirie is sandbagging. They think she's thrown. She hasn't been in as many competitions as Felicia, so they haven't really seen her do her thing. But yeah, they're even saying, even if Matt is not on board with Cirie going, they might just vote her out anyway. Damn. Okay. That's a lot to go against Matt like that. Wow. But anyway, Jag and Bowie were also discussing going to the final 2 together. Yeah, it's looking more. I just mentioned yesterday that I did not think that Jag would pick Bowie over Matt. I'm going to walk that back. I think that Jag would absolutely go to the end with Bowie over Matt. It's looking more and more that way. Jag and Bowie have been talking about how they both feel that Matt would beat them in the final 2. He hasn't gotten as much blood on his hands. He has better relationships with the jurors. So Jag and Bowie want to go up against each other because they feel like they're both covered in blood, aka they both have terrible jury management. Yeah, for sure. But anyway, today the house guests were up very early, honestly, in anticipation for this POV competition, and they were kind of annoyed because Big Brother got them up early, and then they were just like sitting around doing nothing for a while. And they were like, maybe Big Brother forgot that we don't have to like pick players anymore, so we don't need that extra time. We could have just been sleeping. But it was wild this morning. Cirie is over these people. Cirie and Felicia were sitting outside this morning, just hanging out, enjoying the nice weather. And Jag comes outside. He says good morning to them. And Cirie says good morning. And then under her breath, she calls him a mother effer. And then Jag comes over to give them both hugs, start of the day hugs. And I wouldn't want a hug from somebody who's doing this to me. But Cirie hugs Jag and behind his back gives the finger. Damn. Okay, so she's over it. Yeah. So then Felicia and Cirie were like hanging out outside, and Felicia's realizing, whoa, Matt and Jag may have a final three with Bowie. They may have had a final three this whole time. I mean, people have been trying to tell you that, but you didn't want to listen. And she's telling Cirie, if Jag wins the power veto, he's going to have to show his hand. He is going to have to choose between us or Bowie. Felicia says, if Jag wins the power veto and does not use it on one of us, meaning Bowie would automatically go up on the block, she says, I'm not voting for Jag to win in the end. Oh, okay. Cirie tells Felicia, doesn't matter. She says, clearly, Jag is not thinking about jury votes. Look what he did to Blue. That was supposed to be one of his best friends, and he was going to let her leave, let her be blindsided, without even telling her that she's going. Yeah, that was horrific jury management on Jag's part. So Felicia is hoping that Matt will win the power veto, and, because he's giving off vibes like he might make some backdoor move. I know technically it's not a backdoor since everybody's playing for the veto, but you know what I mean. Target after the power veto. She's hoping that he'll use it on one of them and put up either Jag or Bowie. They would be happy either way, right? As long as it's not one of them. But Cirie's skeptical. She's like, I'll believe that when I see it. She's not buying this from Matt. All right. Meanwhile, Matt and Jag are chatting in the kitchen, and Matt says, you know what? It would be ideal for Bowie or Jag to win this competition. He does not want to win this himself. He says, if I win, Cirie and Felicia are going to pressure me so hard to use this veto on one of them, and then they're going to get mad at me when I don't. So Matt says, if this comp is throwable, I want to throw it to either you, Jag, or Bowie. Are Jag and Bowie going to complain about this later? All season, Jag especially, Jag and Matt are always like, oh, this person is trying to make me do their dirty work. Like, I'm not just here to play their game, blah, blah, blah. And this is a prime example of Matt trying to push off the responsibility onto Jag or Bowie and have other people do his dirty work. Well, Jag says, you know what? I would like to win this one, because if Bowie wins, they're going to be pressuring her so hard to use it, because I would be the only option to go up as a replacement nominee. Honestly, that would be hilarious if Jag did have to go up on the block and then he went home on Matt's HOH. But Bowie is never going to turn on her guys, her hungry guys. She will not do it. So anyway, Jag wants control of the situation. He wants to win that veto. And Jag, Matt, and Bowie still talking about this competition potentially being the slip and slide. But it was really kind of like mean-spirited, because Bowie did mention at one point that she was saying that in front of Cirie and Felicia because she wanted them to like think that it was going to be a physical competition and they would have like no chance to win. Haven't you guys been benefiting enough from all the physical competitions this season? You got to try and freaking like rub it in people's faces. That's too much. So yeah, leading up to the POV competition, Jag, Bowie, and Matt were all hiding out in the HOH room. Honestly, they were pretty much like avoiding Cirie and Felicia, talking crap about them. And then we have Cirie and Felicia chilling outside, talking crap about Matt, Jag, and Bowie. They had a lot to say. These two groups are both getting pretty nasty. But then we finally have the POV competition. I don't know exactly what it was, but what a surprise. Jag won the power veto. I know for a fact it was not slip and slide. But yeah, he won the veto. He has now tied the single season POV record. And I think he's maybe like one competition off from tying the overall one season comp record, like for any type of competition. So he's getting there. I'm sure he's going to break the record. But he is planning on leaving nominations the same. And Jag and Bowie were already still talking about Cirie leaving this week instead of Felicia. Jag said, you know what? Cirie did pretty good in that comp, and that is exactly why she has to go. So he plans on bringing this up to Matt soon. I mean, I don't think Matt's going to want to let Cirie go, but if Jag pushes enough, is Matt just going to give in eventually? We've seen it happen before. So, meanwhile, we have Matt telling Cirie, you're going to be safe this week. You are going to the Final Four, and he's promising her that he's not going to let anything happen to her. Ooh, maybe you should stop making promises. I'm sorry. That would mean nothing to me at this point. After he promised Cirie he wouldn't put her up on the block, and then he did. Anything he says at this point doesn't have credibility. But Cirie was asking Matt, do Jag and Bowie feel the same way? Do they want me to stay? And Matt's like, oh, yeah. We all feel this way. No, they want Cirie out, and they are willing to snake yo ass to do it. But yeah, that's where we're at. The feeds are down again now, and there's some speculation. Maybe it's messages from home. Do you think Matt's going to get a message from Riley? He's going to freaking lose his mind if he does. I just can't. And I could totally see Big Brother doing it because they're like, oh, another showmance. I could see it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see tomorrow and tonight. How hard exactly will Cirie and Felicia try and push Jag to use the power veto? I know he was already trying to avoid being alone with them because he was nervous that they were going to start trying to talk game with him. So we'll see. I mean, I think there's pretty much zero chance of him using the veto, but we'll see how the campaigning goes. Yeah, can you imagine if Cirie's message was from Jared? I feel like they want to save that reveal, though, for finale night. I think they're going to wait. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We've got the POV ceremony on Monday. It's going to be a long week waiting for all this crap to play out. But anyway, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I want to thank our super chatters as always. So Jefferson Tucker, thank you so much. Jefferson says, I'm waiting with anticipation. Yeah, to see who won veto. It was Jag. Rocky Horror again tonight. Are you going to see it? The movie or like a stage production or both? I feel like I need to watch the movie tonight because it's time. But yeah, Rocky Horror all day, every day. I actually almost wore my t-shirt today. That's fun. But I hope you have a great time. I'm so jealous. Wendy Will, thank you for the support. Wendy says, although I doubt it, I would be thrilled to see Jag end up on the block this week. I wish, but unfortunately he won the veto, so there's no way. Gail Murphy Comedy, thank you so much. Gail says, go Maddie. Yay, thanks. And Mary Ellen L, thank you so much as always with the kitty cat sticker, of course. I just saw it, I think it was either yesterday or the day before was National Black Cat Day. I love a black cat. I think they are so gorgeous. Yeah, so thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday night, Sunday. Yes, I did watch. I'm keeping up with Dancing with the Stars. It's an excellent season so far. And the Len Goodman tribute had me sobbing. It was so well done. The video package that they put together before it, the dance itself, Jenna and Val did such a great job putting it together. Oh, I loved it so much. But yeah, maybe as Big Brother's winding down, I'll be able to talk about Dancing with the Stars more in the vlogs. That'd be fun. But thank you all so much again. We will see you tomorrow night for our episode recap. And that's it. So thanks again. And until next time, much love. Bye, everybody. Bye.